What's up, y'all? It's Poppin' and Steve. About to react to this vid by Blackie Speaks. It's titled "This Rapper Embarrassed Himself." I saw a clip of this on Instagram. This is that guy who's always embarrassing himself. This is the guy who had the situation with like Drake and Baby and some other people. Okay, YK, Osiris or something like that. Whatever his name is. But sure. Let's hear what he has to say about him. Let's watch.
Now, god damn, this gotta be the most embarrassing video I've seen in a while. And it involves a man by the name of YK Osiris. I'm sure you recognize the name, a singer slash rapper I've made multiple videos on, mostly for the controversy he's been involved in. YK Osiris is the one who a few years back went on that the music industry is evil rant. He's been involved in a lot of different stories and I've covered them all, but aside from that, the one we're going to talk about today got to be the most embarrassing one. And I really mean it, okay? This is the most embarrassing one by far. And I'm going to break this down so there's no confusion as to why I say that. So this morning I woke up, thank God, had my breakfast, was sipping on my little coffee, and I went on Twitter, right? And I came across a story and a video that's currently going viral as we speak. Like I said, it involves YK Osiris and another rapper, a female rapper by the name of Sukihana. By the way, I believe that's how her name is pronounced. If I butchered it, shit, I'm sorry. Before I give you any context on who she is, because I don't really think that should really matter, but it does to some people, I'll play the video I'm talking about. So I want you to check out this video right here and you tell me what you see, and then after that we'll talk about it. I'm sure you know what the sirens in the background mean. It means that somebody is about to catch a case. So before we continue the conversation, let's actually digest the video for a second and let's take a look at what's actually going on. So there's 4 people sitting down, 3 of them guys with Sukihana in the middle. All of them are holding microphones and it looks like some kind of panel is going on. Pretty professional setting. They got cameras and all. And then we got YK Osiris himself standing behind Sukihana, rubbing his hands on her shoulders, looking around, smirking, like, oh, watch what I'm about to do. I'm about to do some crazy shit, right? Sukihana looks kind of caught off guard as this is happening. What happens in the next few seconds? YK Osiris decides to pull out the baby about a year ago and tries to literally stick his tongue down her throat. She's resisting and resisting and resisting. And did I say that she was resisting? I mean, she's literally twisting her spine and, pulling all kinds of moves at an attempt to not have YK Osiris' tongue down her throat. He's kind of laughing and then boom, he tries again. Same thing. She's not having it. YK Osiris walks away as he's laughing. This definitely takes the cake for the most embarrassing behavior any rapper has exhibited publicly in 2023. I'm praying to God that no man who's listening to the sound of my voice saw this video and did not see anything wrong with it. If that is you, you hear those sirens? That's in your future, my brother. So this clip is going viral right now. YK Osiris is getting blasted, rightfully so, because what in the world was that? It's always strange to me when I see stuff like this from dudes who got all the money and the fame in the world, but then again, maybe it's not so strange because you could have the biggest bag in the world and still be the biggest lame in the world, because money don't make them.
I don't think he got a big bag at all, but proceed.
And it's the man who makes the money. And if you're a lame ass nigga who's in possession of that money, we will see some lame behavior being exhibited. Just a little bit about Sukihana, because who she is comes into play here. Sukihana is a certified freak, according to herself, okay, out of Delaware. I didn't know there were freaks coming out of Delaware, but I'm about to take a visit to Delaware now. I initially heard about her after that one video that went viral a few years back where she was saying that she sold her soul.
I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more.
I think I reacted to this.
I believe that was a publicity stunt, and obviously it worked because I'd never heard about her up until that point. These days, she's a rapper slash internet personality. She's known for having a very sexual image. She puts it at the forefront. I mean, her name on Instagram is literally Suki with the good coochie. So, that's her thing. She a freak, which I can appreciate because that's how I like my one. That aside, as for the response to this story, a lot of guys I've seen justifying the behavior YK Osiris exhibited in this video because of how she chooses to present herself is insane. I mean, at the end of the day, does it really matter fair. To a lot of dudes, it does, and let me tell you the logic behind this mentality, because I'm a guy and I know how certain guys who are more likely to catch a case and be in an orange jumpsuit might think. If she presents herself in this sexual way, well, that must mean that she probably likes having dudes forcing their tongues down her throat, right? See, I'm sure she does, long as it's the right guy and scenario. This was not the right scenario nor the right guy, as to why Osiris tried to force it. Now, we all know where guys who force themselves on women usually end up, right? First, they get put in cuffs, and then they end up in an orange jumpsuit, and then they end up in a shower somewhere in a penitentiary getting their back blown out. And let's just be clear about that. This is force. This is not a consensual situation right here. And unless your name is Stevie Wonder, clearly you see it, right? I mean, if you gotta sneak up on a bit from the back like a damn hyena, she not having that kiss, gang. She don't want it. This reminds me of two things. The first one being something that maybe you've witnessed yourself, depending on if you've ever been to the club. Y'all know how niggas do it in the club, right? They spot a thick chick on the dance floor, they come up behind her, start grinding. She's just in the moment, just enjoying herself, probably off a martini or two. And after 30 seconds, she sees the look on her girlfriend's face like, you better turn around. So she decides to turn around, and the look on her face is, I didn't know he looked like that. Another thing this reminds me of is our favorite grown baby, Da Baby. Y'all remember when Da Baby tried to force that kiss on a poor girl? Yeah, say no more. On a serious note, I really mean it when I say it. This is very, very predatory behavior. I think when it comes to the rap industry, we're already so far gone to the point where stuff like this is deemed okay. And that's the case because we have all this other shit that's normalized in the culture, like promoting being an addict. If promoting addiction, which millions of people, a lot of them kids, die from every single year, is considered the industry standard, you really think a guy exhibiting predatory behavior is gonna phase us? We're already desensitized. And this is another reason why rappers seem to get away with a lot of shit, because things have been so backwards in the culture for such a long time, and the only thing that remotely moves us emotionally is the news of a rapper dying. Even then, people talk about it for a week, and then the following week we're back to the same BS that we started with. So this conversation is actually bigger than just this story right here. I like to focus on a big picture of anything I discuss. So I look at this and I say, what is the behavior that's being exhibited by Osiris, and what does it mean for the possible behavioral shift this could cause in, let's say, a 14-year-old kid who's a fan of this guy? Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want my 9-year-old cousin who tunes into rap and watches my videos to think he can just walk up on little girls on a playground sticking his tongue down their throat. Don't let Uncle Blackie catch you doing something like that. And I would leave it to his father, but unfortunately that nigga's nowhere to be found. He said that he was gonna go to the store, get some milk, and come back. But that nigga left, drank the damn milk, and never came back. All in
Get this motherfucker.
So you can tell by my walk?
speaking. I'll just play the clip and I think it'll speak for itself.
Wait.
As I was doing a little bit of research on this story, I came across this clip from a podcast she was on, and this is also going viral as we speak, and I'll just play the clip and I think it'll speak for itself.
I make that pussy spit, and I know to do it. I watched you walk in this motherfucker.
So you can tell by my walk?
I can tell by your walk that pussy spit.
Hey, you a country nigga, where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Campbellton Road to be exact. I'm playing with
See,
you. I want to put my face in your pussy. You say, suited with the good coochie, you know what I'm saying? You talking about how good that motherfucker smells and all that. You can go to the back and I can come back and
You want to smell my ass?
I might put my tongue down that motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, A1.
But we're going to start with the sniffing, though.
You are aggressive.
Candy,
She
what
love
is
that
that?
shit, man. Look at her. She love that old
No,
shit.
I don't.
You love that shit.
No, I mean after like during sex maybe, but you know, that not right now.
Now, all that shit you talk, fuck that. You done met your match. I'm here.
Hold on.
So, what you saw right there was a grown man telling a woman who looks
To be honest, I think that was a lot more predatory than what YK Osiris did. I'll talk about it then.
disgusted to be next to him, what he would do to her. Look, I don't know how anyone could watch that clip, look at her body language, listen to the tone of her voice, and not see how inappropriate that was. This once again reiterates the point I was trying to make earlier. Just because she likes it don't mean she's trying to do that shit with you.
No,
Just
I
because
agree
someone
with
is a
that.
food enthusiast doesn't mean that they're trying to have a bite of your damn shitty food.
Gotcha. Here's the thing. I just feel like people are overreacting pertaining to this situation. Just a bit. Just a tad bit. Obviously, it's not okay to try to force a kiss on anyone, especially when they are not into it and they are backing away or moving away. You should back the fuck up. You should not continue to advance and try to kiss them again because you were rejected the first or second time. Obviously, he was in the wrong regarding that, but people's reaction to this is just a bit over the fucking top. I saw a lot of comments about this situation on Instagram, and people were just like, oh, this is such extreme portrayal of predatory behavior, and this is why women are discriminated against, and look at the black men around, they didn't do nothing, and y'all don't protect black women, and it's just like, oh fucking K. Like, obviously what he did was weird, it was lame, but we're gonna act like this is a Law and Order SVU situation. That's what we about to do. It's like harassment and predatory behavior is a very real thing. I feel like we should save the outrage for those real incidents. And this was just not, it was not giving Law and Order SVU. I'm sorry. It just wasn't giving that to me personally. And I'm not trying to diminish, this at all, but it's like, obviously, he's a corny, lame-ass nigga. He's only known for his antics. He's not known for his music, okay? So I feel like he was trying to create this viral moment and try and say, flirt with her, rub her shoulders, and like, oh yeah, we're gonna kiss, in front of the cameras. And he's trying to like keep his name relevant. That's what it was giving. And I saw a clip that occurred right before this one where they were like kind of flirting back and forth, and she said to him like, I will wear your ass out or whatever. So it seems like they had this flirty banter and he thought it was okay. Obviously it wasn't, because she turned away, obviously. So it was not okay. Let me reiterate. It's not okay. My whole point is that people are making this into being the end of the world. And oh my God, a woman was discriminated against and she was harassed on camera. Call the authorities. That is the outrage concerning this. And it just seems to be a bit fucking much. And I just feel like the internet takes the smallest shit and runs with it. And it makes it into this fucking mockery and this spectacle when we have actual real life situations occurring where people are being, preyed upon, and they are being lured in fucking hotel rooms and actually, experiencing predatory behavior. But this just wasn't giving that. And obviously there are levels to shit. There are different scales to shit. And I'm not saying that, oh, this is okay because it's on a smaller scale. I'm just saying that people are over fucking reacting. That is what I'm saying. And even hearing, his commentary on it is just like, yeah, you are okay with this, you going to jail. And, this is giving predatory. Like, it's just like, I just think it's a reach. It's just like, oh, okay, all right. Like, when I first saw this, I just looked and I was like, this nigga goofy. And I kept scrolling. I wasn't like outraged, like, oh my God, how dare he? Men are predators. Like, I just didn't have that response. And that's the response that I'm seeing. And I'm like, is it that serious? Like, I think of when Madonna like forced a kiss on Drake, that that performance or whatever that took place when at the end she tried to kiss him, or maybe she did kiss him, and he was so obviously like grossed out by it. Like, people just made fun of her and was like, girl, he don't want to kiss your crusty ass, like, back up, ew. But it wasn't like a huge deal. And obviously there are differences with men and women. And, she didn't keep trying to kiss him. It only happened once. But she did force a kiss on him, but it definitely appeared. But I just don't think that this man needs to be canceled and put on, a sex offender list. Like people are making it seem. It's just like, all right. But I feel like that's what people are going to spin the narrative as. And then I saw on Shade Room, she like posted this tweet or whatever that says something like, I am hurt and I am scared to stand up for myself. I just feel like she's feeding into the outrage, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is what the fuck I think, all right? I know this is a very unpopular opinion based on the comments that I've seen, but I don't give a fuck. This is just my thought process. It's giving, when a little baby, they like bump their head and they're good. They get up and they start walking and they're fine, but you're like, oh no, my God. And then they're like, yeah. Then they start crying. That's what the fuck this is giving. Because it's like, girl, if nobody said nothing, would you have done all that and made that comment? She even made another tweet. You can go look it up. But she said some other shit, it seems like, pertaining to this situation, as if, oh my God, I was violated. Like, and it's like, oh, like, I think this is a bit much. That is just my opinion. All right. Again, I'm not saying it's okay, but I just think the reaction is a bit fucking much. All right. I said it. That's my opinion. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. This is his thoughts about it, and I said my thoughts. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.